Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Virgo. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Virgo. You can be experiencing some very deep emotions at this time. Something has happened or soon happens, depending where you are in the energy, that triggers some very deep emotions you've been carrying, possibly around issues of maybe even abandonment, of having to do with how people view you or feel about you. In this case, this is could be you questioning about how somebody, how your partner feels about you. Something dropped on you or between you and another. It hit a fault line in the tower. This because we have these cards. What it did is something, it hit a fault line, it hit a trigger, it hit an area that was weak in the relationship, possibly trust, and it set off this disruption. So the disruption warns of a shaky foundation. Okay, and this foundation is placed on this fault line. When it happens, of course, at best, it's going to remind you that shakeups are necessary when you need a wake-up call or when someone needs that wake-up call. So it comes as a warning, if it hasn't happened yet, to be very diligent and alert when making any decisions with regards to the relationship or that touch the relationship in any way. So this can speak to the toppling of plans or ideas or a total destruction of something, excuse me, something hard won or worked for or desired. This chaos that is happening or happens is really the ultimate cleanser. This disruption will bring delays and upsets that will have a hidden gift of opportunity within them, which you may not see at the time. So this card's appearance and this one, okay, is telling you that it is time to rethink, rebuild, and refortify that which was previously unstable or weak. Without this gift, you would not be adequately, I got it. It kind of rolled off my tongue the wrong way. Okay, supported or prepared later on when you need this the most, this experience that you're having, this knowledge that you are gaining. So understand it's happening for a reason, and especially that you have the wheel at the heart of the reading. Something happened quite unexpectedly, took you by surprise, made you feel threatened. It has stirred up some very deep emotions here. You are very afraid. You feel like what you have built or worked for, because it speaks to something having been hard won, which is now very much struggling, and you're afraid to lose it. It feels threatened by whatever came at you, whatever came from outside inside. And whatever came from outside was attached to one of you on the inside. Excuse me. You are longing, for some type of lucky break when it comes to this this situation. You are longing for change. You sit in expectation here by this window, longing longing to see growth here, to be able to stabilize this and see growth, to rebuild, refortify. You see, right now, the Empress, is in the reverse, and the Empress is representing you, I feel. Or it's representing how you feel about someone. So you could, the Empress is somebody you want to spend your life with, have a family with, And currently it's not growing, but you want it to grow. You are very, very uncomfortable with this change that has occurred, because it has thrown you out of control. So it's thrown you into a gray area where there's change. Things have changed. You don't know how it's going to turn out or play out from here. Okay, that makes you uncomfortable because you don't like change. And you don't like that feeling of being out of control. You feel alone. The Hermit, you're seeking, you could be in reflection, thinking about this, wondering, but I feel like your mind goes in circles. I feel like you just can't see forward. You are out of your comfort zone here. And so it's like a lot of negative thoughts will have swept in, especially the deeper ones that have been hidden or swept under the rug. They would now have come out. The Hermit actually says that you need to eliminate that noise. You need to eliminate those distracting thoughts so that you can think about something. That's what you're trying to do. You're looking at the Empress in the reverse, and you are trying to focus and to think and to just figure things out, because it's possible there is a decision to make. If this is about your partner having cheated on you, or that you suspect that they did, then you would be wondering who they would choose, or you are waiting on them to make a choice. I feel like there's a lot of fear here, though, because it's funny. Although I do see that you worry about competition, I don't actually see any. I feel like what this could be, but I mean, I do feel it's more something that you're afraid of, that you may have heard something. I feel like trust is one of the cracks in those foundation. Lack of trust, lack of communication will be another one. Somebody who just maybe got so wrapped up in other things in life, in work, in the kids, and so on, that they forgot about the relationship. And that would have created another crack, because the other person would have felt left out, unloved. So it could be that your partner maybe got caught up with work, love, building security, taking care of the family, and you because they didn't spend as much time with you, because this is somebody who would not have, who would have felt that everything was okay, and so they put their mind elsewhere, you know. But it wasn't okay. That lack of attention or lack of balance between work and home has just really set this up to become the tower, so to speak. And somebody was keeping silent. That didn't help. That's what I mean. Communication was another crack in that foundation. Somebody wasn't talking, afraid maybe to make things worse, but their mind was suspicious. Oh my God, they're at work all day long, or they're at work for they're home late. Well, they're definitely up to something. And so they've got too much time to think, and these deep fears and the emotions behind them stir up a lot of trouble, because clearly they are missing information. They are possibly, with this card, obsessing over something now. Excuse me. 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'll just get a drink. Sorry about that. Yeah, so here they go on this journey trying to find out this information. The negative thoughts are just bombarding them, and they're afraid of the actual information that they're going to find. They're afraid that there really is this third party, you know. They're actually believing it. They're believing, instead of trusting in their intuition, it's like they are instead believing what their fears are generating, all the thoughts that the fears are generating. So this person is being affected in the first house. So that is the house that, whether this is you or them, because as you know, these readings can be vice versa. So the first house is your personal life, how you look, new beginnings, your general temperament, your ego. There's a big one there. How others view you, how you view yourself, how you think about yourself. It is responsible for your first impressions of life, and will continue to rule over you. So how you grow and how you see yourself. It can reveal a lot about your childhood. So I feel like 1 minute. I'm going to have to close the window. I'll be right back. Yeah, so this could be experiences that go back to childhood, your first impressions of things that have stayed with you, and maybe not all of them have been so good, you know, you or they. Somebody may not have had an easy childhood also. There could be issues of abandonment and trust that have accumulated through their lifetime, and have affected how they view things, how they view other people, situations. See, they're very afraid. They're confused. They're afraid. The imagination is working overtime here. And you see, look at all those negative thoughts they're having. They feel like there's no way out, that, you know, something really bad is going to happen, that they're going to find out some very bad news on this journey they're taking here to find answers. And so we have the goblin in having to do with this card of love. So the goblin appears when your plans are about to go awry. Okay, so the goblin wants to lead you astray and weaves this spell of fear, anger, resentment, procrastination, addictions, obsessions, whatever this is, right? When when you get this card, it's time to stop. Stop what you're doing and check your motives. Are you coming from an ego-centered place? Now that we do have the Leo symbol. Oh, here it is. The Leo symbol here, and this can speak to the ego, pride, stubborn pride. Um, it can be with the Leo symbol. It could be that this goes back to what I was saying earlier about somebody, because the other person was real busy, this person wasn't getting the kind of attention that they desired, and automatically would have thought that the other didn't love them, you know, and they may have become obsessed with this. Um, yeah, but it speaks to okay, what you will need to do is to ask yourself if the circumstances in your life are possibly or could possibly be triggering unresolved past issues that still need to be healed. And that's possibly strongly being indicated here with the Hierophant being here. So I feel that this could be what is going on. It is a time to stop, to reevaluate, and take inventory before you take another step. The goblin can represent the wounded ego and its influence upon you. This could be the very dark, repressed areas of the psyche that get triggered, either in you or it warns of a dynamic between you and someone else. Now, interestingly enough, this goblin can disappear and lose its power if you focus on love and fairness. And I thought it was interesting that this love card also came out, and it is a marker on your path. So it reminds you to show kindness and compassion to all whom you meet on your path. It asks you to shift your perception from yourself as a solitary person, and that would be this hermit energy here, to one who's part of a living system. Love is what made you, so keep it flowing. It asks you to remember to receive love as well. The fact that the love card has come out here with or next to the goblin says that you could be blocking love because of the goblin, you or they. Somebody is focused on what didn't work, or focused, not necessarily focused, but driven by past wounds, and maybe don't actually realize that that is what they're doing, because it's like triggers, buried things, especially with the moon, so hidden things, and maybe they're not quite aware of why, but now they may stop and take that second look if they are watching. This is about a healing, somebody that is struggling to restore something to its balance, because I feel like it's possible they feel their partner could be cheating. I do not get that. I do not feel that. It's very important also that you listen to your intuition and not what your thoughts are telling you. Okay, so because you're traveling through gray area. You don't have all of your information. What happens when you don't have it all? The imagination sweeps in and fills in the blanks. But those are not facts. So you're missing facts and could make decisions or take actions that you might later regret. The right path is the one your intuition will lead you to and down. You must navigate your way through this energy or this possible test, because the wheel is here, the high priestess is here twice, indicating you could be being tested. And so you will need to use your intuition and the wisdom of the past. The path between the black and the white pillars lets you know here that you either are or soon will be entering this gray area where things will be more complex if you are not yet there. Okay, this comes with the Tower, which may not for some of you have yet happened. The Tower throws you in here, but let's also remember that there's a hidden gift, and you were told that right at the beginning of this reading. This is happening for a reason. It is that wake-up call that somebody needs to fix an area that is weakened. All is not lost, but there are a lot of cracks that need to be fortified. Lack of communication leads to the goblins. Trust issues. I mean, it all comes from lack of communication, both verbally and physically intimacy. So we have this this Seven of Wands. I feel like the Seven of Wands is like standing up for beliefs, for something you believe in strongly, or it can represent this time of crisis that's taken place, and we have it also here at the heart of the reading. So you may decide to fight for this relationship, or this is about you deciding whether it is worth it to fight for it or not. Okay, you will receive some surprising news, because things in this energy can change very quickly. Understand, you will be receiving some surprising news, maybe that will require a response, and there could also feel like there's pressure to make this to give this response. So your Empress is again available to you. Here you think you're losing it. Here it is still available. You may be wondering, though, if you can rely on it. There are, like I said, okay, there's a lot of cracks in this foundation, but they do not have to be destructive. Once you know about them, then it's your choice if you, if it's worth fighting for or not. So it's your choice to fix them or not. I see many issues here, in this, but they're all fixable. And the other is what is driving those thoughts that make you feel like they don't love you. This is a long, this could be about self-love with this long-held beliefs here. So I think that somebody may need to actually take a journey within. And you may make some discoveries there that could help you here. And if I look here, you see, your negative thoughts are coming from the past. You need to take this journey back in order to discover why, or to get to the root of them, or to look at something that perhaps you have been avoiding. And now it's like that wake-up call comes in with the Tower and the disruption card. You can no longer avoid this. So something needs to be looked at here. There's something that causes those goblins to appear, and the goblins are causing the disruption. So you have the sun. The sun can be about the ego again. So you may feel like you need to protect yourself, possibly because of past experiences, and that can go way back. Again, it comes down to trust. Yeah. And so the sun says you will be getting clarity. It also speaks to if you have a question on your mind, the sun is that yes answer. You can return this situation to peace, but there's a hidden blessing in this. It's very important not to forget that. Because yes, you can restore it, but it's going to be stronger than it was before, because of what you find, because of what you learn, because what you learn will allow the empress, who's currently in reverse, to turn back upright. It will allow for growth. It will allow for new beginnings, the return of confidence in yourself, in your partner, and in this marriage, like a marriage or union. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.